Let's fly Lufthansa Premium Economy. We're going to grab the A350 from here in Dubai over to Munich today on Markus Travels. Premium Economy sits somewhere between business class and regular economy. But where along that scale does Lufthansa position their Premium Economy product? Is it just a slightly better version of economy class, or is it a scaled down version of business class? That's the question I want to answer in this video as we fly out of the world's second busiest airport, which looks rather quiet on this Sunday morning after the Dubai Air Show. The runway at the DXB, on the other hand, is busy as always. There are certainly nice parts of the Dubai International Airport, but Terminal 1 is not one of them. The flight time from Dubai to Munich is scheduled for just under 6 hours. The Premium Economy fare includes 2 checked bags, but I only checked in 1 suitcase and took my backpack as hand luggage. The Premium Economy ticket on Lufthansa does not get you lounge access. Luckily, there's plenty of seating in the gate area. There are also power outlets on these poles. I'm just slightly confused as to where you're supposed to put your phone while it's charging. Our flight to Munich will depart from gate number Delta 6. I paid for this trip myself so that you get a non-sponsored and authentic travel review. Welcome to my channel, Markus Travels. We'll talk more about the price and the value for money at the end of the video, and I'll also compare it to the Premium Economy product from the sister airline, Swiss. Normally, Premium Economy uses boarding Group 3, but I got Group 2 to date thanks to my Star Gold status. So we did end up having a delay today. The scheduled departure time was 9:20, but boarding started only at 9:06. But there was a good reason. They only told us about it once we were on board. There was a medical emergency on board the incoming aircraft. I can speculate as to why they didn't announce it at the gate. A, maybe it was with respect to nervous flyers, or B, they don't always know exactly how long delays like that will be. Lufthansa boarded groups 1 and 2 before families with children, which I found unusual. Our aircraft today will be a 7-year-old Airbus A350. We walk through the horribly outdated Lufthansa business class cabin and over to the Premium Economy section. It is not its own cabin. It's just the first 3 rows of the economy class cabin with a divider in the ceiling. The seats are laid out in a 2-3-2 configuration compared to 3-3-3 in economy class. Welcome aboard this Lufthansa Premium Economy flight over to Munich. I made myself comfortable here in seat number 14 Golf. The Premium Economy seat is a recliner with wide armrests. Waiting on the seat are a blanket and a pillow. Each Premium Economy passenger gets a water bottle in a dedicated holder. Shortly after takeoff, the crew also passed out additional bottles of water for those who wanted them. There was plenty of space for my new Osprey backpack in the overhead bin. This video is not sponsored by Osprey, but maybe one day it could be, because I've been using those Osprey backpacks for decades. Learn more with the link in the description. When I sat down, I found an amenity kit in the seat pocket to my side. I did not open the kit. I think this could be one of the giveaways when I reach 100,000 subscribers. That is still 97,000 subscribers away. You can still be one of the first ones, so hit that subscribe button for more self-funded, narrated travel reviews. When I sat down, I also found this brace, which at some point must have been attached to the side of the seat. There was also a printed menu in the seat pocket in front. We're going to do a full tour of the seat and all the features after takeoff. But my first impression was that this is not that different from a standard economy class seat. I actually flew Lufthansa Economy to Dubai on this trip, also on the A350. So I'll be able to make an informed comparison at the end of this video. The crew passed out pre-departure drinks in the form of orange juice in plastic cups. There was no other choice. I finished mine quickly, but the crew did not pick up my cup. It stayed there on my armrest through takeoff all the way until I put it in the trash after the meal service. The safety video plays, and I like it a lot. Lufthansa used to have the most generic safety videos. It always looked like it was the default video that came from Airbus. But this one is nice. It showcases some of the procedures in various environments relating to travel, like a ski lift, a hotel room, and a restaurant. Lufthansa did a great job on this one. During the safety video, the crew handed out printed menus to all the premium economy passengers. They even opened them individually before handing them over to us. This was a premium touch. However, I have two notes. First, when the safety video is playing, you're supposed to pay attention, not look at the menu. Second, this is the correct menu, and that means that the menu that was in the seat pocket was the one from the incoming flight. Seat selection on this flight was free. I was happy with my aisle seat so that I can easily get out. While I didn't have a window, the 3 onboard cameras on the A350 still allowed me to watch the takeoff. The tail-mounted camera was the best fit, and the downward-facing camera also worked. But the forward-facing camera was borderline useless because the lens was so dirty. Let's continue the tour of the cabin and then the seat. The bulkhead in front, behind the business class cabin, has a cutout in it. During the takeoff and climb, it was open, but then they closed it later on. This is also the position of the baby bassinets. I had babies in front of me and toddlers behind me on this flight. In my seat, the legroom is pretty good, but not life-changing. There is a small footrest that folds down like so. I did not see any use for it, but I understand that it can be nice for shorter passengers. This seat does not have a leg rest. The armrest is not adjustable. One thing I do like is that the seat back has a little cubby, which I figured would be perfect for glasses in case you want to sleep. I did not sleep on this flight and will come to why in just a moment. In the ceiling I have a reading light, but no individual air vents. You can control the light either with a physical button next to the lamp or with the remote. The remote is located to my left. You cannot control the light with the touchscreen in front, which I think is an oversight. That's because the touchscreen is so close it makes the remote pretty pointless. We'll dig into the entertainment options after the meal. The premium economy ticket includes food and drink with and without alcohol. I like the leather strap that you use to deploy the tray table from the armrest. Design-wise, it matches the broken brace on the side of the seat. Here is the incorrect menu, which was in the seat pocket, and here is the correct one, which features a hot breakfast. Of the two choices, I picked the spinach frittata with tomato sauce and hash brown potato. It came with a fruit salad, a blueberry yogurt, and a roll with butter and jam. All of this was served on a single tray with metal cutlery and a real glass and a porcelain cup. When the crew served drinks, they asked me to hand over the glass and the cup. This process could have been more efficient. They could have stored the glasses and the cups on the trolley instead of having to hand them back and forth between us. I picked tomato juice and a black tea. The meal here in Premium Economy was fine, if not particularly inspiring. I'd say the highlight was the fact that they have Lufthansa branded cutlery. The plastic cup on the left there is still the one from the welcome drink before takeoff. One limitation of the tray table is that it does not have a lip or indentation that the tray could latch onto to keep it in place. The Lufthansa in-flight entertainment system has a vast selection of content. I found the screen to be high quality and the angle of adjustment is wide enough. It compensates for the very big recline of these premium economy seats. More on that very soon. The system has movies, TV shows, a good flight map, music, audiobooks, and more. You can pair your own Bluetooth headphones if you want. The crew did offer wired headphones, but I ended up using my own. They plug in a port in a perhaps not so obvious place here under the armrest. This is also where you will find a USB charging port. In addition, there is a universal power outlet on the front of the divider between the seats. While the in-flight entertainment system is generally quite good, it does have a few quirks. You can select content based on the spoken language or the subtitle language. But that language filter takes a minute and a half to load. Under the Lufthansa branding, this is just a cheap Android tablet that they have mounted there. You can see the Android menu when you switch between some of the functions. The system also froze a couple of times for minutes at a time. So overall, great content, bad technology. The lavatory on this A350 is decent, with tissues up here and paper towels just below. The water worked, but you had to hold your hand very high up. If you hold your hand lower, the sensor doesn't detect it. In practice, that meant that I ended up touching the underside of the faucet when I washed my hands. You'll see it here after I touched the somewhat messy soap bottle. That second soap bottle, by the way, was on the floor when I entered this lavatory the first time. I placed it here on the shelf. There is a second mirror on the wall, as well as a coat hook on the door. The space in here is not bad. There is enough room to manspread and more or less to turn around too. There are two aspects of the Premium Economy cabin section that I found problematic. But you may find them to be a benefit. Let's see. The cabin was cold. I got comfortable only while wearing my jacket and draping the blanket over me. I also saw other people with hoodies with the hood pulled up. Secondly, we have the recline of the Premium Economy seat. It is massive. It was somewhat difficult to film, but you can see it here after landing. Unlike some other Premium Economy seats, this Lufthansa seat is not built into its own shell. That means that when you recline the seat, it takes up a lot of space from the passenger behind you. For this reason, I did not recline my seat during the flight. But the person in front of me did. As a result, my in-flight entertainment monitor felt like it was in my lap. 85 minutes before landing, the crew handed out disposable hot towels. This was followed by a snack 70 minutes before landing. Of the two choices, I got the long roll with sriracha and chicken. This was unfortunately the driest, most disappointing thing I've eaten on a plane this year, and I did not finish it. In terms of service on board, it was economy class. And it was German, quite literally. All the cabin crew members I interacted with initially addressed me in German. My German is fine, but I prefer English. When the crew described the service at the start of the flight, they said that at any point, if you need snacks or drinks, just come and see us in the galley in the back of the plane. Twice, when I tried to go there to get a cup of coffee, there was nobody there. We have started our descent into Munich and should be on the ground within 30 minutes. I will give you my recommendation in just a moment. If you got massive value from this video, there's many things that you can do to support my channel, Markus Travels. For example, you can book me as a speaker. My keynote, Leadership Lessons from the Comedy Club, teaches you unique communication skills that you don't learn in a traditional presentation skills workshop. You can reach out via LinkedIn or just go to markuspresents.com. Both of those are linked in the description below. Now let's talk about the price and the value for money. I booked a return ticket, Basel, Munich, Dubai and back. The outbound flight was in Lufthansa Economy class, and this Lufthansa Premium Economy was the flight back home. The total price I paid was 1,473 Swiss francs, or about $1,800 US. So, is this now business class light or more of an elevated economy class product? In Lufthansa Premium Economy, there was no separate cabin, no separate lavatories. I was surrounded by kids on all sides. The meal was nothing special, and the massive seat recline is in practice useless. On that basis, this was an economy class product with just a hint of extras. In no way does it justify the higher price. I was actually just as happy on the way to Dubai in Lufthansa economy class on the A350. Hit the subscribe button to be notified when that review goes live here on my channel Markus Travels. There is a premium economy product that I do like. Click or tap the screen right here to see my review of the premium economy on board Swiss International Airlines. They are Lufthansa's sister airline with premium economy seats in a shell. So check out that video now. Thank you for watching Markus Travels, and I will see you in the comments.